Wow. Here we are again, folks. It's Brother Peter with a mini bit. A mini bit. Well, it's good to be with you today. We're going to be in chapter 8 of the book of Genesis today for our Bible reading for the first few minutes here, and working toward going through the Bible in 1 year out here. And so it said, and God blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Remember now, we had just read where they had the flood, and they had come out. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, and upon all the moving upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea, and upon your hand. And they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, and as the green earth of the herb I give all things to you. So God made man ruler over the earth. So man is ruler over the earth. It said, number 4, it said, but flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives I will require at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whosoever sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. Now this is an important thing right here. For in the image of God made he man. And you be ye fruitful, and multiply, and bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. And God spake unto Noah, and to his sons with him, saying, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, for the fowls of the cattle, and of the every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the dark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of the flood, neither shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the token of the covenant which I made between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for a perpetual generation. Now, you remember, you're going to see today what God promised then. And we're going to see that. So I do set a bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and you. And that's what we call a rainbow. God set that there for a covenant to show us that he will never again flood this earth and kill all the people on this earth. And it came to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, and every living creature of the flesh and of the water shall no more become a flood to destroy the flesh. I want you to see two things right here. I'm not supposed to be excerpting right here. I'm supposed to just be reading, but I can't help it. Every time there's a bow in the sky and you and I are looking at it, remember God's looking at it too. And he's remembering that you and I are here on the earth, and he's not going to do this again. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of the flesh that is upon the earth. And God said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. And the son of Noah that went forth out of the ark, there was Ham, Shem, and Japheth, Ham was the father of Canaan. There are three sons of Noah, and of them was the whole earth overspread. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and was drunken, and he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment, and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. Then their faces were backward, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years, and all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Now, that is really quite a story right there. It would take some study to get the depth of all of that. The thing about it is right here is we see the setting of this earth being replenished again by 3 men and 3 women. And the thing about it is it was 2 to start with. Now, this whole earth was covered with people all the way around when the flood took place. Now, it's covered again right now all the way around with people. And it started out with just 3 men. And so here we are in chapter 10. It said, Now these are the generations of the son of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and of them were sons born after the flood. And the sons of Japheth were Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javer, and Javan, and Tubal, and Michelle, and Tyrus, and the son of Gomer, Ezecanus, and Rippeth, and Togarmah. And the son of Javan were Elisha, and Tishua, and Kittim, and Dodanim. And by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, and every one after his tongue, after their families, and after their nations. Here we see the division of people, where they started separating around the world and having their own lands. And the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizpah, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sabbath, and Ramah, and Sabetah. And the sons of Ramah, there was Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod, and he began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it was said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and the Akkad, and Calneh, and the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Asa, and builded Nineveh, and the city of Reboth, and Calah. And the reason between Nineveh and Calah, the same is the great city. And Mizraim begat Leman, and Leman begat Anaman, and Ammon begat Lehiman, and Lehiman begat Nethalim, and Persimus, and Cashalum, out of who came the Philistine, and the Caphtharim. And Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites, and the Gershites, and the Hivites, and the Archite, and the Sinites, and the Rivadites, and the Zemitites, and the Hamathites, and the afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sion through Cumis to Gera unto Gazer, as they goest into Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Admish, and the Zibeon, and even unto Lesha. These are the sons of Ham after their families, and after their tongues, and their countries, and their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber, and the brother of Japheth, and elder, even to him were children born. And the children of Shem, Elma, Asher, and Aphexiad, and Lud, and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and gathered into Amash, and the approximated begat Selah, and Selah begat Eber, and unto Eber were born 2 sons, and the name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almud, and Almud the shepherd begat Haveriath, and the Hedrims, and the Uzal, and Dukkah, the Obel, and the Admiral, and the Sheba, and the Orphanate, and the Havilah, and the Jodab, and all these were the sons of Jacob, and they were dwelling was from Missa, and also goes through Sephar, a mount of the east. And these are the sons of Shem, after the families, after their tongues, in their lands, and after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after the generations of their nation. And by these were they divided into 2 parts. Now, we've gone 12 whole minutes here, and I've got to cut it. So we're going to take again up in a little while. We'll see you then.